Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another live stream of City Skylines. We are building a city from scratch and I'm kind of trying to show you how a city starts in real life. And that's kind of what we're doing over here. And we are having tons of flood damage going on over here. And look at that, it's quite realistic with people actually waiting. They can't drive through the flood waters. I've seen a few people being kind of swept away over here. That is quite an interesting one. I'm not sure why I'm getting flood damage, but it is interesting nonetheless to see the issues that it is that it is creating over here. Not sure how I have to deal with this now, but actually I think I might have to take the terraform tool and just reduce the height level a little bit over here. Okay, so elevate and then lower by the secondary mouse button. So let's see if we can't beef this up a little bit. If we can get that out of there, maybe we can reduce that flood that we're experiencing over here. Just make it all a little deeper. Yeah, it looks like that's helping a little bit. We suddenly seem to be having more water in this little river than all this little creek than we used to have. And now this is low lying, so it's probably not going to empty out over there. It's an interesting little problem to have. So especially since we've been playing it and we haven't had any of that problems. That makes it quite an interesting one. Now, how are we gonna get rid of this? I think we're just gonna put a water pump in here. Where's the lowest point of this? Let's just quickly see. That's I can't believe we're having to do this. Let's have a look. Where's the lowest point? The lowest point seems to be, yeah, pretty similar all the way through. So if we put something over there, well, what we could do is we could just make this area here the lowest point, so it draws most of the water this way. And what we'll do is we'll grab a little bit of a water pump, we'll put it over there, and we'll hook it onto our network. Down here, we'll give it some power, and hopefully that means we will actually draw out all the water from there. We're sucking in some cars. I love it. Hopefully we'll take out all that water. People are actually look at that car being swept away by the waters. I just like it. I like it. It's really I like it. It's more realistic this way. Look at that. Excellent. We've sorted it out. Got all of that water out of there. Nice. And all dried up. Good. That was quite a good way of doing it. So let's grab this pump and we'll move it out over here. I've moved the other pump in this area as well, and that's probably where all of our problems started. Okay, so with the crisis averted, we can start moving on to what we're actually doing in this episode, and that is just expanding our city a little bit. Okay, that's done. It looks much better. We've cleared this up now and we can continue. Okay, so we look at our demands, and again we've got some demand for industrial or workplaces, a little bit for commercial, and then we also have some residential demand. And so we will start to see the expansion of residential demand. This area over here is pretty good for, I would say, commercial, because it's a little commercial, could be a nice little commercial area. In order for us to do that though, we'll just kind of downgrade this road over here a little bit so that we can provide a few connections off of there, and that's going to be the only real thing that we're going to do here. Going to grab ourselves a little bit of a road in here, something fairly minor, we could actually just provide ourselves a little bit of a, oh yeah, that's going to work quite nicely, a little bit of a area like that, so that would fill in a little bit, would fill in some nice areas like that. So let's start off with that. That'll be like a little commercial hub over there. We've got a bit of demand there, and it will also be fairly high density, so we'll do a bit of a high density section up there. We're not gonna build underneath the railway. Let's see a little bit, so we have a look at how we do that. We'll give us a little slither over here, like so. So we can connect all of that up. We'll need some water over here. So we'll bring water along the main road there. And we'll try and link it through that side over there. That should work. We're going to need a bit of power. It's not going to actually bridge this by itself, though, it seems. Did we... Okay, let's get rid of that, and we'll try and get decent shapes connected here. Interesting that it's still not actually connecting in that spot there. Come on, build something in here so it works. The other thing we probably need a little bit of, I see we've got a bit of problems with police. Well, not police, with crime. So let's think about providing a bit of a police station over here. On this section, it could actually work. We'll provide nice and direct access to the main roads. Still haven't actually linked up the power just yet. Okay, well, let's link it up over here, and we'll see from there. Why is it so difficult to link power? Okay, so we'll link it up over there, and there we go. So now that's working. Let's have a quick look. We've got a bit of traffic over here, but nothing too unreasonable. We've got a full facility. Where exactly? I now clicked off of that. Oh, this is, we've got no more room in the cemetery over here. So let's start removing some stuff there. Oh, and the other piece is I want to extend this area a little bit now with residential. So let's continue our expansion over here of this area. Even up on the hill would be pretty nice. And then this area over here, so nice little suburb areas that we can use over here. So let's see about a little road here. We look at that. Probably this area over here is not the worst spot to bring that guy up. It is a little steep, though. You know what? Let's try and do that a little differently. We'll just give it a little bit like this, okay? And then what we'll do is we'll try and give it a turn. So a little something like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the mover tool, and we'll just drop that a little and bring this up a little. Something like this, just so it's a little bit more realistic. And I'm not going to do too much of that, is the idea. So there we go. Now we've got a road on top of this hill over here that we could also come back down on the other side and provide little shoot-offs or branches of residential roads. So let's do a road that's a little smaller. This one not kind of dirt roads, but if we do provide something that's a little smaller like this. Okay, let's start with a straight section, and then we kind of see how best we can do it. Yeah, something actually that's probably a little further away than I needed it to be. So let's try and run it in here instead. Okay, so a little something like that. Okay, and we'll kind of meander it a little bit like this. That's kind of the idea, and we could actually provide a few sections where it's just kind of tying from the one side to the other side, just so that there's, yeah, So something like that. Well, I'm tempted to do a very similar thing on this side. Again, so that's how, well, that's typically how you would try and have developments on hilly terrain like this, is by just kind of following the contours, not getting it too stuck on things. And it is typically very very much like this. Let's provide another few direct through sections like that. Maybe it'll try and get this stuff a little bit better. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, let's make this a residential area. If you have any ideas as to what we should call this area, hit them down below in the comments. Okay, let's start filling that in. This is going to be only residential. We might have a little store somewhere over here, but really residential is what it's all about over here. Okay, let's just fill that in like so. Okay, so there's a little bit of stuff happening here now. Give me a little corner shop going on over here and over there, and yeah, something like that. So there's a little bit of commercial in here. We're going to need some water, so we'll do a little bit of this. We'll bring that up here. Not going to be too pedantic about how that gets up here, because these things tend to just want to do straight lines. Okay, now we need some power. I'm assuming that's going to have to run up here as well. We'll just do it tied in there for the time being, so there's some power up here at least. Okay, good stuff. So that will slowly start filling in. Give me this tool and we'll just kind of fill in the rest of this also. Yeah, let's see if we can't fill in a little more of this. So yeah, let's just get this all filled in. Nice little houses with big views. At the moment, they'll probably end up being very big houses a little later. Okay, so that can slowly start filling in over there. Now we can see we've only got demand for industrial or offices. This area is starting to get quite busy. Well, that area filled in nicely as well. Okay, so we need to either find ourselves a nice little new industrial park. We could potentially expand this a little bit. Okay, I think what we need to do is, we've got the flour mill over here. Is there a unique industry or a unique factory? Warehouses. I had never actually built one of these, I think. Okay, a unique factory, like a bread factory or something like that. A bakery. Let's quickly have a look. We haven't built the bakery yet, right? The bakery needs tons of stuff. So the bakery, I think, is something. Oof, we've got lots of traffic to deal with. I like it. The bakery is something that I'm kind of tempted to do this area as a little bit of a office / industrial warehousing facility over here. And I think that would actually work quite nicely. So, and that's fairly close to the rail. We could actually add an extra stop. Well, we've got industrial over here also, but that's just so far away from the farmlands and things like that. So maybe the bakery and ancillary office uses will kind of become this area over here next to the railway line. It seems appropriate to me. That is historically where these kind of things did end up developing. So let's provide ourselves a bit of a road. Maybe even one of these nice little industrial roads that they do have on here now. We'll just bring it out from there a little bit, like so, and then we will provide a bakery on there. So we'll slot the bakery in in the first instance over here, and then we'll provide some more just kind of general industrial right on that road over there. So as we slowly expand that, we'll bring in some water through there. We'll link this up there for a little bit of redundancy. Not that we do experience pipe breaks and things like that. Okay, so we need animal products, crops, and flour. We'll go over here and have a look at what our farm is actually providing us. We've got flour, we've got animal products, and we've got crops. So the bakery should be able to work straight off the bat. We could also expand this a little bit. That is full, so we probably need a little bit more storage capacity over here. So let's get ourselves a warehouse over here. Actually, let's pause it so we don't. Let's get a warehouse. Something. Oh, I have used the warehouses before. Let's get a warehouse in here. That's cool. And the stored resources I want in here are. Let's get a bit of crops. Oh, I don't think we can get crops in here, but we can most certainly. Drunk Pilot, hi, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I think we can. Let's do animal products. Can we get? We can't get crops, and we can get flour. So can we get? Is it flour only then? Wow. Well, actually, let's get animal products in here then. Well, we'll get a balanced view of it. We'll get another warehouse. That's quite interesting that we need two of them. We'll get another warehouse, maybe something like this, something a little smaller, all the way out at the end of this little road here, like right over there. And this one will become animal products. Another balanced one over there. So that's going to be, oh, that's animal products. This one will be flour. What's the capacity of this thing? 100 tons, 250 tons. Okay. What are you, can we see what ratios you use? Doesn't actually show us that. Anyway, that should start providing us with some stuff. So there's a little bit of an industry now happening over here. I'm also tempted that we double up this area and use this side for maybe a little bit of office and then some more residential and industrial. So this area could be industrial right up to here, a little bit of office as a buffer zone, and then we go into residential on that side. Yeah, I think that's going to be the right thing to do for us. So let's get ourselves a bit of a one-way road for our office network here. So let's look at getting a bit of a parallel road stream like this, and it's probably gonna need to be, doesn't have to be perfect though. But it is preferable that we get it fairly close. So let's do up to there, then up to there, and what we'll do is we'll just tie this in there. So that's like the one way this way, and this one will be, well, what I'll do is I'll trim that back a little bit so it gets a nicer little shape, and this will be the one way in this direction like so. So Mary Street over there is going to be a little one-way loop here where we're going to have some offices on there. So let's grab ourselves some offices. Yeah, they're pretty nice sized offices over there. So let's link them up on this side. Also, we might go a little bit commercial on the main road there. Maybe this is going to be a little bit of a in between, so office / commercial road section that we deal with there. Let's grab but this commercial doesn't, I don't think this commercial needs to be really high density, so let's do a little bit of that. And then the other side is where we will expand our industrial section a little bit more. So we'll continue the growth there. Let's get this little commercial road here, and I'm almost thinking little cul-de-sacs off of this is what's going to be the right thing to do. So let's straighten those guys up a little, and we'll just do little bits and pieces out of here. We probably can run, no, I think we'll do a little something like this and see if that, it shouldn't cause too much of a hassle because it's not going to have tons of stuff on them. But yeah, it won't be the greatest drive along that area. Okay, we don't need to go any further than that. Let's grab some more industrial use and start filling that in there. A little bit of industrial there, maybe a little bit of commercial on the main road instead. Yeah, that's cool. Gotta love that. That's gonna look good. Okay, let's make sure everybody's got the water and the power and the stuff. Okay, so that's in place there. We'll run that through there all the way to the end. Okay, nice. So now we're slowly starting to see that expansion. Let's have a quick look at our traffic situation for the time being. Okay, since we now have the port here, we've got a lot of very, very busy stuff. Where are these guys actually heading? Okay, I think this, with a little bit of traffic president's help, we should, oops, no, that's not what we want. We should be able to get this all squared away. Whoops, the other way around, thank you. There we go. So we should be able to get this all squared away. And I'm going to try and use, where's the, oh, let's get these connections. Okay, then if you're going there, else you're going there or there. If you're going here, else you're going there or there. If you're going here, else you're going there and there. And then if you're going on in here, why am I then if you're going there or there, else you're going off here. So I'm hoping that will start getting it to move a little bit. Yes, there it is. Immediately you can see it moving. We still have a few little glitches. Let's just have a look. We still have all of this. This should be fine. You shouldn't have any problems with that. So you still get a few little glitches, but it should work. We probably need to do a similar thing over here. So let's make sure that we've got that sorted out. Okay, similarly over here. Okay, so similarly like that there, we've got a little bit of something going on. This one, I want to make sure that that is a stop sign and these guys are running. So we may have to provide an additional access point over there because this is going to get really busy. We might have to signalize some of these things. We'll have a look. Let's quickly sort it out. But I don't like going in straight into signal. People are saying like, oh, we need that, or a roundabout. Look at what roundabouts actually do. Okay, get out of there. This one goes there. This one goes here and there. This one goes in here and then there and there. This one goes there, and that one goes over here. Oh, it can't go in there. Actually, then it means this one should, in fact, do this and not that. And then this one does that, and this one does go straight over there. Okay. See, it is already clearing up. It's still got some busyness going on there. This is going to probably be the bigger of the problems here. But I'm already quite liking it. I don't want any parking on this though. Can we just kind of sort out our parking here? Come on. Okay, no parking on that little section there. Okay, good. So that looks a little bit better already. This is still going to be a problem. I think this needs to be a wider bridge. So it's a slightly more difficult operation in terms of improving that, just in general. Got signals. Yes, we've got signals operating here, but that bridge should really be a little wider, and we can widen up all of these intersections just so that we get a little better flow through there. So let's go ahead and improve that to a slightly wider bridge variety. Okay, so we'll go with that. Ooh, this section does not want to do that. Give me see if we move that little section a little bit, if we can't get that to upgrade. Ooh, still gonna be a bit of a problem. Okay, well, the other option is for us to lift this out a little bit like so, and then try and do that and then put it back down. So another option. Ooh, slope too steep. That's an interesting one. Okay, I'll have to see how best we can actually sort that out, and maybe I'll do that in between episodes so that I don't have to bore you with figuring that out. So there's a little bit of work required on this bridge over here to make sure that traffic flows well. How is our new bakery going? Ooh, we're making a little bit of money from the bakery. It is providing at least a little bit of employment. These offices have popped up over here. There's tons of people here without water that I didn't realize, so they're complaining. Okay, so we'll give them a little bit of water here, but it's filling out quite nicely over there. There's zero demand for commercial, so that's not quite happening just yet, but there are people living out there now. And we can probably expand our suburbs over here a little bit as well. This area could be a nice little residential commercial area, well, kind of community commercial area, and then tons more suburbs in there. And then this area could kind of be a pretty high, a much more higher density suburban area, and we can connect this up over there like so. Okay, we were in the last few minutes of the city skyline component of this stream, then we'll switch over to Airport CEO. But let's quickly do a little bit of a layout thing right over here for this. So let's do something. Let's go with a slightly bigger road. I think connecting this to this could potentially work well with something that's a little bigger but not necessarily an avenue. So like a smaller 4-lane road like this could work quite nicely, especially because we're going to go a little bit more high density here. So something like a connection like that is I think quite good. Murray Street connection between those two areas, and then we'll kind of get a little bit of a connection off of here. Let's do with something like that. We'll go with the center of it. So let's just get that straight connection over there, and we'll do a similar one on this side. And I don't quite get why it's never wanted to do that one. Okay, good. So with that in mind, we could probably then do, yes, a bit of a connection over here. We'll try and get that about that. So a little something like that is actually quite good and achievable, and making good use of the space there. Similarly, we would like, okay, let's just start it off on this side. That's good. We'll do a little bit of that. Then what we'll do is we will try and expand it out over here a little. So we'll do something like that, and then we're just going to tie it in there. Okay, something like that. See, that's not the greatest, but at least there's something that makes a fair bit of sense there. Don't know why we're saying that is now a dead end. Am I using some kind of one-way system? Could be. Oh yes, it is one-way. So I'll have a look at that, at making that a little bit better. Well, let's quickly do that then instead. One way, we don't want it to be one way. Okay, two-way over there. We'll see about connecting those to some other roads as well, because as it is, it's probably going to be a little bit problematic. So that can be a much more higher density residential area over here with some proper access to some main roads. Probably tie it in somewhere over here instead. Okay guys, that's going to be the end of the city skyline component of the stream. If you've liked it or watching it on YouTube, please hit that like button. Tell me in the comments whether you are enjoying the growth of the city, and what you think should be next in a city like this. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.